Sarah.
Hello. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good. How are you?
So, tell me about yourself. Just first off the bat, I know you're here in med school. We're both here students.
Yeah.
Why med school?
I always knew that I wanted to do things for people that basically didn't have opportunity or were at some type of disadvantage. My parents came here as refugees from Eritrea. And so throughout my childhood, I became more and more aware of what it's like to basically start from nothing. Growing up, I had a case where my sister was really sick with an epileptic condition, and being exposed to healthcare growing up, I kind of recognized the barriers that were there, specifically in my case, because my parents had no kind of sense of medical literacy, especially with a neurological disorder that even physicians couldn't even explain or understand. So seeing that and seeing how there was a disconnect between the patient family, and the healthcare providers is one of the things kind of drove me through medicine and kind of working towards trying to alleviate that burden of people that don't understand healthcare or don't understand medicine, and just providing care to those people that will fall in that category of being disadvantaged. So tell me about what got you interested in medicine.
My own, I think, experience that really solidified it for me was when I was actually an intern at the Children's Hospital in California. And we had a baby with just a flow murmur. I'd never listened to a heartbeat before, and so the attending at this medical school gave me his stethoscope and said, take a listen. I had no idea what I was doing. I actually put the stethoscope on with the arrows pointing the other way. Yeah, backwards, and he had to correct me in front of the parents. But I remember when I listened to that heartbeat, because you'd heard it before, loved it, but when you actually hear it in real life, but in this case, in a child, it was hard to explain because I had the child here and then the parents behind who they don't understand what's going on. The value of that person,
Absolutely.
What was made very clear in that moment.
Right.
And I just remember leaving that room and I was like, gosh, I don't think there's any other profession that you have the opportunity to experience that every day.
Right.
From that moment on, I was like, I think I'm hooked per se.
So when you found out about getting the scholarship that you got, what did that mean for you?
I think the first question I asked, and I don't know if you asked this yourself, was why me? There's 43 of us in this class. Granted, it alleviates a certain amount of fiscal or financial burden, and that's always appreciated. But beyond that, for me, it was knowing that Dr. Clark and his wife believed in what we're doing at this school. And believed in me as a med student. And so that was, again, a humbling thing for me. And actually, it was a confidence booster because we all go through times that we lack our own abilities. And so knowing that somebody believes in you is a really cool thing, and it gives us some confidence when I need it the most. So
for me, it definitely was very, very helpful, considering that one of the main reasons why I took so much time off of school, just between undergraduate and medical school, was because of financial reasons. When I found out that I got the scholarship, I was definitely immediately just so grateful and felt this huge blessing that it was. It was basically a testament to how hard that I worked. Kind of just reminded me how my parents would always tell me, you're gonna have to work hard to get where you need to be and get what is going to be deserving to you. So that kind of what it was for receiving the Caroline Osborne Scholarship.
Each one of us has a very stellar resume or CV. All of us in this med school do. And I think that allowing every student the chance to know that their hard work is valued by somebody who is invested and interested in this school is very powerful. In a perfect world, all of us would have one.